Have you ever been home alone and felt something watching you? A shadow that wasn't there before? A knock with no one behind the door? These aren't just stories. They happened tonight. On Midnight Echo, I bring you 3 disturbing tales of people who were home alone but far from safe. Let's begin. Story 1. It was a rainy Thursday night in Minnesota when Casey, a 19-year-old college student, found herself alone at her parents' house. They were out of town. She was home for the weekend. And for the first time in months, she actually had the place to herself. Around 11 p.m., she was watching Netflix in the living room when she heard a dull knocking sound. It came from the floorboards beneath her. She froze, turned the volume down, but the knocking stopped. Brushing it off as pipes or something harmless, she went back to her show. But 15 minutes later, it started again. This time, it wasn't knocking. It was whispering, coming from the crawl space under the house. She paused everything and strained to hear soft, raspy words, like someone talking to themselves. But it wasn't just gibberish. It was her name. Casey. Panic set in. She called her dad, trying not to sound crazy. He told her to call the police immediately. The officers arrived within 10 minutes and searched the property. What they found chilled everyone. A small makeshift bed was tucked into the crawl space, with a bag of food, flashlight, and notebook. The notebook had pages of scribbled thoughts, all about Casey. No one was caught, but she never stayed in that house alone again. Story 2. Riley, a 26-year-old freelance artist, lived alone in a quiet suburb in Oregon. Her apartment faced a narrow alleyway, usually empty, but perfect for someone to hide. She didn't realize that until one October night. Around midnight, she was painting in her studio. The only light was a small desk lamp. As she stretched her back and looked toward the window, she noticed something. A face staring in. She jumped up, pulled the curtain shut, and turned off the light. Heart racing, she called the building's security. But they were 15 minutes away. So she did what she could. She locked every door and waited in silence. 10 minutes passed. Then she heard a creak. Her closet door, the one just behind her, it slowly opened, revealing nothing. But inside, she found something terrifying. A hoodie, a water bottle, and a knife. Police later said the man had likely entered hours earlier and was hiding in the closet the whole time. The face she saw in the window, that was just a decoy. Story 3. Mark was 17, staying alone at his uncle's cabin in the Pennsylvania woods. No cell service, no Wi-Fi. Just him, his books, and complete isolation. Around 2 a.m., he was in bed, reading by flashlight. That's when he noticed something strange through the window. A red light, faint, moving between trees. It blinked once, then again, like it was signaling. He turned off the flashlight and peeked out. The light was slowly approaching the cabin. No footsteps, just the light. Mark backed away and grabbed the hunting rifle his uncle kept locked in the closet. He didn't want to use it, but something was wrong. The light came closer until it stopped right outside the front porch. Then it shut off. Silence. Minutes later, heavy footsteps moved past the side of the cabin and back into the trees. By morning, he found bare footprints in the mud. No vehicle tracks, no signs of a flashlight. Just one thing. A trail leading deeper into the forest. Whether it's the middle of the woods, your apartment, or your family home. Being alone doesn't always mean you're alone. If you've ever experienced something chilling while home alone, tell us in the comments. And remember, sleep tight, because tonight, something might be watching.